We're neighbors. We're farmers. We're business owners. We're moms. We're dads. We're you. We're your Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. During these challenging times, we're doing more than keeping the lights on. We're doing everything we can to keep costs competitive for you, our members. To learn more about what we're doing, go to togetherwesaveky.com.
What we do is disrupting traditional real estate, but disrupting it in a positive way. Our home sellers are walking away with thousands more than if they sold the traditional way. And the process was easier, more convenient, and less intrusive. That has resulted in thousands of additional dollars in our home sellers' pockets. The goal is to change the way America sells homes for the better. That's what 72 Sold is all about.
Just like your fingerprint, your heartbeat is unique to you. And that's how your heart care should be too. So at Baptist Health, we focus on your specific cardiac needs, from preventive care to some of the most advanced procedures. For your one-of-a-kind heart, choose the one hospital system more people trust for their heart care. Baptist Health. It's heart care centered on you.
On Investigate TV, we help the powers stay with the people.
I feel cheated. Everyone else should too.
On Investigate TV, we ask the questions no one else will.
And your pharmacies can't say a thing to the customer.
They can't. On Investigate TV, we bring you answers and give the truth a fighting chance.
You were instructed to do that.
Yes. Investigate TV. We're your watchdog. Download Investigate TV for your Roku and Amazon Fire devices today.
This is Pastor Billy Joe Lewis from Smilax, Kentucky, inviting you to watch our Final Harvest broadcast here on WYMT TV every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. We do believe that we're living in the very last days of time and the time of God's final harvest. I do pray that you will be touched and blessed by the messages that God blesses me to share with you on this broadcast.
Don't miss Citizens Bank of Kentucky. Take it to the bank Fridays on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime.
Coming up on Mountain News at 6, one flood victim will soon have a new home thanks to the Housing Development Alliance. What this means to her, coming up.
Plus, the Letcher County Recreation Center is working towards getting back to normal after the flood. What could the timeline for construction look like?
Plus, we're quiet for now, but shower chances return before the week is out. The latest coming up as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Nearly 6 months following the historic flood that ravaged parts of the region, one Eastern Kentucky nonprofit has recently completed the first home in its flood relief project.
WYMT's Alyssa Williams checked in with the organization and the new homeowner to learn more about what this means to them.
Turning a hope into a home.
And so if we can be any kind of little light, any kind of little hope for those folks in this community to help them get back on their feet, that's what we want to do.
After months of building, the Housing Development Alliance has completed the first home within its flood relief project. This home will be going to flood survivor Sherry Mullins of Breathitt County.
We had no power, we had no cell service, so we didn't know anything about anybody except, the neighbors above us. I just stood and watched their house go down the creek and just really didn't know what was going on.
Mullins says when the National Guard came to rescue people in the area, she had nothing but her purse and the clothes on her back to take with her.
It was like terror. And then I can't explain what happened. I felt nothing. I didn't feel heat. I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel happy, sad, afraid. I felt nothing.
But now Mullins says she's feeling excited now that she's receiving a new home through HDA.
So I just look around here and I think, well, wonder what kind of furniture I can put in here and that kind of thing. It's just excitement now, I guess, that I know it's really going to happen.
Those with HDA say they will be continuing these efforts across the region, aiming to build 20 homes for flood survivors throughout the next year.
So many people feel like maybe things aren't going to get better, but this is a sign that they can get better.
Providing a sense of hope and a sense of home to flood survivors. In Perry County, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Those with HDA say the home should be ready for Mullins to move into this spring. Mullins says when she does move in, she hopes to host a party to celebrate.
Well, officials with the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky say they received around 8,000 applications for aid after July's flood, and they say roughly 5,000 reported their home was either fully or partially destroyed. The Foundation CEO, Jerry Roll, says they recently held listening sessions and distributed surveys trying to find which areas of recovery need the most support.
We had about 400 people show up to focus groups. We had 600 respond to surveys. And overwhelmingly, it's housing. People need a new home. People need their home repaired. People still need mucking and gutting. They still need mold remediation. Many people said HVAC.
You can catch my conversation with Jerry Roll on Issues and Answers coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. The Letcher County Recreation Center has been a place for many activities since its opening in 2011. But after the flooding on July 28th, officials have been slowly working to get the facility back to what it was before.
WYMT's Chandler Wilcox spoke with the Rec Center's director about the recovery process.
It was almost 6 months ago when muddy water broke through the Letcher County Recreation Center doors and covered the first floor. The center reopened to the public earlier this month, but the first floor remains unfinished.
The downstairs, whether it was the bowling alley or the party rooms or the basketball courts, that was probably half of the people that showed up here.
50% less consumer traffic not only makes the place less busy, but also has cut their revenue in half.
We lost our wintertime youth basketball. We didn't get to host that this year,
Without a basketball court, there's only so much they are able to do because of dangerous spots in the floor.
There's poles that are sticking up where the volleyball used to go through, so we can't really do a whole bunch in here without having a safety hazard.
A new court is not exactly easy to come by. Johnson says the number will likely be 6 digits long.
I've never had to replace a basketball court. I can only imagine that it would cost a lot, and it is. It's going to be anywhere between $150,000 up to $250,000 just for the basketball court.
Even though a timeline has not been set, people are eager to hear when everything could be finished.
Every day there's somebody asking the same questions, when, and, what's taking so long. And again, there's just so much bureaucracy, I guess, that goes on. Again, where we're a government building, it's not like we can just go find the first, contractor to fix it.
Johnston says the basketball court is a top priority when it comes to their next steps, but officials are hoping to finish everything as soon as possible. In Letcher County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
The Rec Center is now open 7 days a week.
Well, we're quiet but cloudy in many parts of the region right now as we slowly wait for that clearing line to push on through the region. We're in the mid-30s right now out in many spots throughout the region. There you see the front door camera here at WYMT. We continue to see plenty of cloudiness out there. I mean, you see our UVA WISE camera, a little different angle now as we watch things move through. We're continuing to see those clouds pushing through, even a little bit of snow on some of the rooftops there. Temperatures remain in the middle and upper 30s, few 40s that were sneaking into far southwestern parts of the viewing area, continuing to push on out as the sun sets. There you see the clearing line continuing to scoot to the east out there this evening. And as we head through tonight, we'll have the details on the quiet weather for now, but when we could see a bit of a wintry mess, and eventually those temperatures back near average. We'll break it all down in a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. Casey Bird was in court today in Laurel County. Bird is accused of killing London police officer Logan Medlock in October. Officers say Bird was drunk when he crashed his car into Medlock's cruiser. The judge scheduled another pretrial hearing for Bird on February 27th. He's in jail on a $1 million bond. Two people are facing charges in what police are calling an organized crime case in southern Kentucky.
On Thursday, Monticello Police Department officers served a search warrant at a home on Branch Road. Officers say they found, quote, numerous stolen items. 47-year-old Stella Bates was arrested and charged with engaging in organized crime. On Friday, 26-year-old Donovan Justice was arrested on the same charge, plus receiving stolen property and possession of drug paraphernalia charges. Officials say more arrests are pending in the case.
Two people are facing charges following a child's trip to the emergency room in Harlan County last week. On Thursday, an EMS crew brought a child from the Kenver community to Harlan ARH. Harlan County Sheriff Chris Brewer told us it appears the child had been malnourished, so deputies went with social services to do a home visit. When they arrived, they found and recovered suspected meth and other controlled substances. The couple, who were not identified because an underage child is involved in the case, is facing several charges, including several counts of possession of a controlled substance.
Governor Andy Beshear's executive order on medical cannabis took effect at the turn of the new year. Now a group is pushing for legislative reform after noticing what they say is a concerning trend since arriving a few weeks ago. Lauren Bratcher with Kentucky Normal says approval to get medical cannabis should come from consulting your trusted primary care physician. But instead, some people have been getting medical cards or certificates specifically for cannabis at an exorbitant price.
And they're saying, we are going to make you legal. You pay us $200, $300. We're going to give you a certification, and that's going to make you legal in the state of Kentucky. A lot of these people are on disability. They have, very strict budgets, and paying $200 or $300 to what they think is going to be a medical care expense and finding out it really doesn't do them any good. That's very, to me, very predatory, and I don't think it's acceptable.
Bratcher says the cost serves as another reason why her organization hopes medical cannabis will be legalized. She believes that regulating the drug will help Kentuckians to not only pay reasonable prices, but also get the product that's best for them. A luncheon in Pikeville today brought more than food to the table. It brought up a discussion about health care and how to move a county into a healthier tomorrow.
WYMT's Buddy Forbes shares a taste of the Pike County Health Department's Community Health Assessment.
The Pike County Health Department is working on public health by bringing in the public.
There was quite a bit of discussion, if I remember right, on tobacco.
And this process will be a 5-year journey. It's actually titled Pike's Ride.
Talking with community members who have a vested interest in the health and well-being of the area.
We've actually had a community survey that's been circulating throughout the county for several months.
A program all about hearing from entities from all avenues, from education to government.
It's amazing to look in the room and see, local government, education, healthcare, just a wide variety of organizations and thought leaders having some say in where the focus will be for the next 5 years for Pike County and how we can improve our health outcomes.
With topics ranging from cancer or diabetes to teen pregnancy or health impacts of unemployment.
It might be obesity, it might be substance use disorder, but at least you'll have a plan, an improvement plan that the entire community can work towards over a 5-year period.
I've had some communities that have tried to develop that as one of their goals.
Public Health Director Tammy Riley says they are really trying to drive home exactly what the community needs most.
So moving forward, you're not just running around chasing every, public health concern, but you really focus in on those top priorities to see if you can move the dial, so to speak, and see some improvement.
By bringing them along for the ride. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The event was led by Dr. Angela Carmen, who teaches at the University of Kentucky. Riley says her help and perspective have been crucial in breaking down the plan for tomorrow. 11 counties were in the COVID red zone as of Friday. In our coverage area, those counties include Elliott, Lawrence, Martin, Menifee, Morgan, Perry, Pike, and Rowan counties. As you can see, all the red counties here in eastern Kentucky. As of January 16th, the state's positivity rate is 10.37%. There's been 17,793 deaths statewide since the beginning of the pandemic.
Well, coming up, sunshine in our immediate future, but we've got more showers ahead as well. I've got it all breaking down coming up next. Plus,
a new business is coming to the Queen City. We take a look at when Gaddytown might be open for business.
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Winter brings all kinds of weather, but a new Toyota is ready for anything.
Including the stylish new Corolla that is so much fun to drive.
With all the latest technology right at your fingertips.
Or choose America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry.
With all-wheel drive, you can handle whatever comes your way.
Now during Toyota's all-weather drive season, get low 3.99 APR financing on a new Camry or Corolla.
Plus 2 years no-cost maintenance.
This winter, you can count on a new Toyota to pull you through.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
In 2019, my dad was diagnosed with colorectal cancer, and I was afraid of losing him. We know other people who were treated at Pikeville Medical Center, and their lives were saved. When Dad was diagnosed, we knew the Lawson Cancer Center was where he needed to be.
We performed a colonoscopy, and the results were positive. Colorectal cancer is aggressive, so we scheduled surgery immediately.
Daddy was referred to Dr. Denali. We couldn't have asked for a more compassionate doctor.
I promised Harold we would do everything we can for him, beginning with an immediate and comprehensive treatment plan. This is our goal for every patient at the Lawson Cancer Center.
It was important to begin radiation and then chemotherapy in a timely manner. He responded very well to treatment.
I couldn't imagine not having my father, my kid's papa, in our lives. He's my daddy, and now he is cancer-free.
The Perry County Fiscal Court and the City of Hazard recently announced a new business coming to the Queen City of the Mountains. Gaddytown is moving to Perry County. Today I went and visited the future site of Gaddytown and got some of the details. Pizza, games, and a new spot to hang out. The new Perry County Gaddytown location is projected to be 12,000 square feet of pure fun.
Estimated timeline for completion is the fall of 2023. So we hope to have that open here by the end of the year.
Lawrence says we can expect construction to begin any day at the new Gaddytown location on the East Perry development site. Adding this addition to the community is a step in the right direction.
The spending that's leaving the community that's done in our neighboring towns, we want to bring that here and keep those, the revenues, the tax dollars, the support of our local businesses, all that we want to thrive here in Hazard.
He says this is an opportunity to encourage other businesses to make their way to this part of the region.
When I look at things in my position, from a retail project to a downtown project or an industrial development type project, it's all intertwined. I think it all kind of goes together and builds a stronger community. We create new jobs. You got to have places to go shop and eat, or hopefully, more opportunities to buy clothes, those kind of things.
Lawrence says the project was introduced by a private developer with ties to the area who saw a need and was able to make it happen. Lawrence explained Hazard and Perry County have the people and the resources to help anyone else interested in opening a new business in the area.
Well, kind of an ugly day out there, Evan. Started with a little snow in some areas.
I woke up to sleet this morning outside, but the good news, that's gone. Well, it's still on the ground in some of the higher elevations, but for the most part, that is gone for now. We've got some changes, though, on the way for tomorrow, and then we change it right back as we head towards the second half of the week. So we continue to see the up and down roller coaster continue. There's a look outside from Pikeville. Clearing line didn't get to Pikeville before the sunset out there, so it is looking rather dark, as you would imagine, past sunset. The city lights on, 33 degrees at the moment. We will continue to see plenty of cold air in the mountains. Now, some of our western counties along and west of 75 got into the 40s thanks to a little bit of that sunshine, but now that we're past sunset, it's all just chilly out there, and we'll continue to see the chilly temperatures work through. It's a clean sweep on Pinpoint Doppler. I can't rule out maybe a tiny sleet shower or a flurry, but for the most part, we should be okay. I want to point this out. There's our cloud line, at least the back edge of it, working through the region. That'll help keep us cold tonight. If we get under that clear sky, we'll drop those temperatures. Future View continues to not be impressed with that cooling. So I'd knock a few temperatures or a few degrees off of the temperature lineup as we head through the night tonight, with those temperatures getting down, I think, into the 20s for many by the time we wake up in the morning. Now, a few scattered clouds could keep us in near 30 in some spots. We'll watch it. Either way, I think we get some sunshine tomorrow that'll help bump those temperatures up, upper 40s to near 50 as we head into the day tomorrow. And you notice those temperatures stay near 40 as we head into tomorrow night. That's that next system, the clouds from it, heading into the area. So breaking it down zone by zone, mid to upper 40s to right around 50 as we head through much of the Cumberland Valley into the day tomorrow. Heading up into the Kentucky River Valley, just about all of us, middle and upper 40s, few 50s there as you head closer to the Virginia border. And we're back in the upper 40s across the Big Sandy. Clouds and radar, here comes that next system as we head into our Tuesday morning, or Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Now notice, here's the current setup as this moves in. Warm air surges out ahead of this front. So we'll start off as rain, the snow well off to our north. One thing we have to watch is how fast the cold air moves through as we head through the day on Wednesday. If the cold air catches up before this moisture moves out, yes, I think we could see some scattered flurries and more flurries possible as we head into the day on Thursday. It's something we'll continue to watch. Not a huge system right now, but we're keeping a close eye on it. On that Community Trust Bank 7-day forecast, we'll continue to see the potential for those scattered snow showers into the day on Thursday. We stay in the 30s on Friday as we try to clear out. We'll stay clear into Saturday, highs near 50s before, yes, more showers work in for the end of the weekend and early next week. Steve?
Evan, thanks. Tax experts say you should go ahead and start thinking about your taxes now. Today is the first day to file, and officials say doing that sooner could be better in the long run. Dana Overall is a CPA in Richmond. He says that getting that groundwork done now can help relieve some stress towards the filing deadline, especially if you end up having questions. He added that this year there could be a number of people asking the same question: what happened to my refund?
People should absolutely expect smaller refunds this year, and it's going to hit mostly the American families. What was considered the enhanced child tax credit has been reduced. Last year, that credit was for children under 6. It was $3,600 per child under 6. This tax season, it reversed back to $2,000 per child.
Overall says that there weren't many changes to the tax codes, but the amount of deductions you can apply for got significantly cut. Overall says to account for pandemic stimulus credits not being on this year's returns and the reduction in child care tax credits. Coming up in sports, tonight's Game of the Week brings together two of the top teams in the mountains for the third time this season.
WYMT weather, sponsored by Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
Hey, that comes to $1.45.
I'm sorry?
Oh yeah, for the cookie. The books are free.
For everybody?
For all undergraduate students. We call it EKU Book Smart.
Let's make that 2 cookies.
On campus, online, delivery, or pickup at EKU. The books are on us.
Addiction took everything from me. My life was nothing to be proud of. I was always away from home, doing drugs, constantly sick, or trying to figure out how I was going to get my next fix. But I was made to be more than this. I was made to have freedom. I was made to be home.
We're neighbors. We're farmers. We're business owners. We're moms. We're dads. We're you. We're your Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. During these challenging times, we're doing more than keeping the lights on. We're doing everything we can to keep costs competitive for you, our members. To learn more about what we're doing, go to togetherwesaveky.com.
This is a story about purpose. This is a story about progress. About building on our past accomplishments through our partnerships and investing in innovation. This is a story about empowerment, about building our team and truly listening to our people on the best ways to serve our communities. All of this, combined with our industry-leading insurance, competitive pay rates, and flexible scheduling, is the reason why now is the time to join our team. This is our story. Let it be your story.
WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
On deck tonight is a huge game of the week. Two teams that have met twice already this season, promising to be just as exciting the third time. Harlan is hosting Pikeville in tonight's game of the week. The Green Dragons getting in another challenge before heading to Richmond for the All-A. Many thought this would be a matchup we saw in Richmond. That is until Martin County beat out Pikeville for the regional title. Harlan head coach Derek Acal loves how his team is coming together, ready for a challenging next few days.
No, they play well together, but like I just said a minute ago, these guys have a relationship with each other. So every day in practice, what you see today is what they do in practice every day. So, I fully expect for them to play together and to play well like they have been.
Tonight's is sort of a tiebreaker. Each team has one win over the other this season. We'll get to the rankings here in a second, but this is a Mountain Top 10 matchup you won't want to miss. Tip-off is now at 7 from Harlan, and you can watch it on WYMT.com or on our second channel, H&I. Let's get into that Mountain Top 10. Harlan's still number 1 heading into tonight's game, followed by Pulaski County and North Laurel. Martin County is 4th, Hazard in 5th, and Harlan County 6th. Pikeville remains in 7th before their game tonight.
South Laurel takes 8th, Corbin 9th, and Breathitt County 10th. Meanwhile, on the girls' side, Pikeville remains top cat, followed by North Laurel and Corbin. Pulaski County is 4th and Jackson County 5th ahead of a trip to Richmond. Lawrence County is 6th and the Golden Eagles of Johnson Central are 7th. Knox Central takes 8th, Martin County 9th, and newcomer Rockcastle County 10th. These polls will change every week through the regular season, brought to you by Alice Lloyd College. That is sports. We'll be right back.
Joe Biden and Andy Beshear are ignoring the border crisis.
But it's not just down here.
Right here in Kentucky, we have our own border crisis. Criminal and illegal drugs like fentanyl are flooding into our state, ravaging our communities.
We may not be able to build a wall like this around Kentucky.
But my top priorities as governor will secure our state's borders, back up our police.
And if you're a drug dealer, I'm coming for you.
Just like your fingerprint, your heartbeat is unique to you. And that's how your heart care should be too. So at Baptist Health, we focus on your specific cardiac needs, from preventive care to some of the most advanced procedures. For your one-of-a-kind heart, choose the one hospital system more people trust for their heart care. Baptist Health. It's heart care centered on you.
Win big all month long at the Mint Gaming Hall Cumberland, your premier entertainment destination. Featuring an elevated gaming experience with the newest games and a high limit room. Turn points into plush with a white sale on Fridays this January. Get cozy and earn points to redeem for a comforter, sheet set, Sherpa throw, or pillow set. Conveniently located at Exit 11 on I-75 North in Williamsburg, Kentucky. The Mint Gaming Hall Cumberland.
Winning just got closer. On Wednesday, January 25th, for the first time ever, AEW makes their debut at Rupp Arena at Central Bank Center in Lexington, Kentucky. The energy in this building is amazing. Don't miss Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Saraya, MJF, John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Chris Jericho, The Acclaimed, Jay, Darby Allin, Sting, and many more will be there live. Don't miss AEW Live at Rupp Arena at Central Bank Center. Tickets make a great holiday gift and are on sale right now.
No one should face breast cancer alone. I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. When I was diagnosed in 1980, there was no internet and little information available to make an informed decision. Today at NBCF, we help women at every step of their breast cancer journey. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. Learn more at nbcf.org/hope.
We want to thank those who have and continue to help with relief efforts. Together, we will build back better.
Tonight's ARH Mountain Student Achiever is Lacey Gibson. Lacey is a senior at Clay County High School where she has a 4.6 GPA. Lacey was a volunteer at the county's Back to School Bash. She says one of her biggest goals is to graduate from college and pursue a career that will give her the opportunity to help people. Congratulations, Lacey, tonight's ARH Mountain Student Achiever.
And that's going to do it for Mountain News at 6. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'll see you back here at 7 for Issues and Answers. Up next is the CBS Evening News. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.